multiple Cowboys and Texans testing positive for COVID-19, including, Ian, the one name we do know confirmed by his agent, Ezekiel Elliott.
That's right. The Cowboys star running back, according to his agent, Rocky Arsenault, tested positive for the coronavirus recently. Arsenault telling me that Zeke Elliott is feeling fine, and from what I understand, the Texans players also are feeling fine and really do not appear to be sick. It's also worth noting that it doesn't seem that any of these players were in the team facility, which is more good news there, and the teams followed proper protocol for a player testing positive for the coronavirus. Also should mention that Dak Prescott, the Cowboys quarterback who's been seen working out and hanging out with Zeke, is fine. The Cowboys have not commented much on this at all, only to say that due to federal and local privacy laws, they are unable to provide information regarding the personal health of one of their employees. The Texans, Tom, have not yet commented, but one thing is clear as we got the news today that Ezekiel Elliott has tested positive for the coronavirus. He is not the first, and he certainly will not be the last as the NFL deals with this heading into the 2020 season.
That's right, Ian. Dr. Alan Sills, who's the NFL's chief medical officer, said on a conference call with the media last month that we know there are going to be positive tests. The challenge for the NFL is identifying them as quickly as possible and preventing them from spreading. Now, as you mentioned, most players are not currently allowed in team facilities. Only guys who are rehabbing injuries or getting medical treatment are allowed inside the building. Had those players been inside the building, that would set off another different chain of events in terms of contact tracing and making sure that there is widespread testing. Well, my understanding is that is what happened with the Cowboys. There were initially 2 players who tested positive. They then did a round of testing on a bunch of other guys. Initially, a bunch of those came back negative. Now we know there are additional positive tests there. It should also be noted, from a competitive standpoint, of course, we do not want to in any way minimize the significance of the COVID-19 virus. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say, as of now, we do not know if you are infected once with COVID-19, whether the antibodies that you generate will protect you and for how long from an additional infection. However, recurrence at this point, according to the CDC, is very rare. So strictly from a competitive standpoint, if you're a coach, and I've talked to a bunch of them recently who have said this, you would rather a player get infected in June as opposed to as you get into September.
And again, it is important to note here, none of these players is hospitalized nor exceedingly ill, and this is June. How we go forward with testing is another issue.